Welcome. My name is Tejal Patel. My pronouns are she, her, and hers. I'm coming to you from Anishinaabe, Potawatomi, and Mississauga tribal lands colonized as Rochester, Michigan. I'm a yoga teacher, a community organizer, and a podcaster. Today, I'd like to offer you a practice of mindfulness and non-judgment. Let's begin by having you come to a comfortable place to start this practice. Today I'm seated and I have a blanket handy. You might want to have a blanket, a towel, a sweater, something that you can use as a wrap around your shoulders for this practice. And then you also might want to find a seat, whether that's in a chair, on the ground. You can stand, you can also sway. Start by making a choice for finding a place that's comfortable for you. I'll leave my eyes open for this practice, but you have plenty of options. You might want to close your eyes completely. You might want to half close your eyes. You might want to look down with a soft gaze. Start to work with your eyes in a way that feels safe and comfortable for you. Take a deep cleansing breath in. Try not to suppress any coughs or yawns or sniffles. Just letting things be as they are. When you're ready to exhale, let it go. You might want to adjust your body for more comfort as you open up your breath. Inhale. And when you're ready, exhale. Tapping into your breath can create a lot of sensation, and it might even quiet you down enough from that active and overactive mind where you start to notice things that you haven't really noticed yet today or in a while. And when that happens, I encourage you to do what you need to feel safe, to feel comfortable. And even if that includes turning off this practice, I encourage you to find your way. So you might already have stepped out your feet. You might have released your arms. Notice if there's anything you can release in your shoulders. And then let's take a moment by scanning the space. So if your eyes are closed, gently flutter them open. Start to scan your space. Notice what's besides you, what's above you, what's behind you. It's just my shadow for me. And then start to notice what you hear. What are the sounds in the space you're in? Where are they coming from? Even when your eyes are closed, do you know who's making those sounds or what is making the sounds? In the practice of non-judgment, recognize that you can name what is happening and that you're practicing not to judge it, not to qualify it as good or bad or bothersome or annoying or sweet or lovely, depending on what you hear. Try not to attribute who's responsible for the sounds. Just let them be sounds that are part of this practice of mindfulness and non-judgment. And once you've noticed everything around you through sight and looking and through listening and hearing, start to offer an invitation to yourself to maybe close your eyes, half close them, or softly look down. Again, I'll keep my eyes open as I guide you. Notice there are things you cannot change about the environment that you're in. In this practice of non-judgment, we also practice non-attachment. Non-attachment, in other words, is letting go. Letting go of that which we cannot control, and sometimes even that which we can control, but we don't need to do that right now. I'm here to guide you in remembering that this practice is exactly where you've chosen to be. It is the exact right place for you to be, and you are doing exactly the right thing. There is no wrong way to complete this practice, to be in this practice. And that you've shown up is perfect. If your mind has started to wander back to the sounds, back to the space, see if you can tune into your breath now. First, listen to the sound of your breath. And if you can't hear it, maybe make a louder breath in and out. As you practice that, you might not just hear the breath in, but you might also feel a temperature, hot or cold, a quality, deep or shallow. Try not to label it as good or bad, or needs fixing, or needs changing. Allow yourself to breathe exactly as you've been breathing, in your own perfectly necessary way for this moment in this practice. Practicing non-judgment can be tricky. I know it can be a challenging practice for me. And when it becomes challenging for you, practice acceptance of that challenge. Accepting the challenge of practicing non-judgment just means you're accepting things as they are. Remember, there are things that we can't control, and there are things that we can control. Practicing discernment or right action on what to do about the things you can control is also a form of non-judgment, of non-attachment, and a form of letting go. Deepen the breath and notice again where in your body you can send that breath. I invite you to send your breath to your feet, connecting into whatever surface they're on, letting the feet be heavy as you breathe. Connect the breath into your knees and your hips, letting both be heavy without judgment, just as they are, supporting you and also anchoring you. Breathe in through the front body and the back body. You might start to feel like you'd like to relax or rest back. In a chair, if you have a chair like mine, there's nowhere to put your head. So I want to invite you to find your blanket and take it so that it is long enough for you to make into a very long and narrow blanket. And then from there, bring it behind your head and in front of your shoulders. Tuck the ends just into your armpits and lean back to what's comfortable for you. Practice letting your arms be heavy, your hands rest naturally, and notice that your head is supported in leaning back. This is how we will close our practice, letting our body feel supported, not judging the appearance, the quality of our rest or our mindfulness, but just dropping into the present moment. I'll stay silent for the next 5 breaths. When you're ready to come out, You might hold your support. Draw your head softly down so chin can come towards throat. And then come to a seated posture. Eyes can stay closed or open. I want to thank you for sharing this practice with me today. Take a moment to honor the effort you put into this practice. Find gratitude for your ability to be here now. Gratitude for the ancestors of this land, offering us this land. Gratitude to the ancestors of this practice, honoring the roots of this practice. Thank you so much for this practice. My name is Tejal. My pronouns are she, her, and hers. I'm glad you were with me today. Please let me know if you have any questions.